Welcome to Wired to Hunt. We are freshly back from the Quality Deer Management Association National Convention. It was a quick trip up there on our way back from vacation, but really had a great time. Met a lot of great people, saw a lot of interesting things, and learned a lot too. Got to meet with the guys from Whitetail Properties, chat with the Big and J crew, speak with Jeff Simpson from Sitka Gear, and got to see a lot of great seminars. Bill Winke was there, Grant Woods. I actually got to ask a question to Lee and Tiffany. So I'll show you that, and we'll take a look at a couple of the other interesting things going on at the convention. Enjoy!
So what would be your guidance for the next generation of hunters?
Good question. Tiff?
I don't normally you can never shut me up and I'm up here silent.
Yeah, well I think, just for us, QDMA is basically, who we are. Somebody asked us that yesterday, what does it mean to you? And it's like, a lot of people see our shows now and they see all the deer, and there's so many people, man, if I could hunt on your farm, it'd be awesome. It's like, but you don't realize where I came from. I grew up in Minnesota, in the city. Tiffany and I both grew up right in Minneapolis. And I can see the IDS tower from my bedroom window. And we didn't grow up in the country. We had nobody that had farms or anything like that, but I just loved deer hunting. We'd go up to northern Minnesota, and it was just all timber. And up in those days, it was just deep snow and wolves, and I hunted, I think, 9 years before I ever even saw a deer. And I started hunting when I was 9 years old, and I just shot my first deer when I was 16 years old. So, I had the toughest of tough. We would see, you'd be lucky to see a deer or two in a season. And so it's only been in the last 7 years that I graduated from college and started being able to buy some property in Iowa and Kansas and grew it into what we have. And started, even though it's funny because Tiffany always says, how were you so infatuated with whitetails when you never saw any? And I think that's the stubbornness in me. I read all the magazines, I see that, hey, there's big deer out there. I've got to figure out a way to get them. So that was what really intrigued me to really get into deer management. And that's when QDMA first started, I had all the books and read all that stuff. And you see I just see what we have done in such a short time, 7 years from when we first got there to the deer we have now. And I think really, like you said, the future of deer hunting, it's a good example for me, just the way that we've been managing our farms and harvesting the does and making sure we keep the numbers good. But it's come a long way, just in such a short time. So I just look at myself and say, from where I came from, you're not even seeing a deer shot my first one at 16. To where we are now, it just shows what deer management and what you really can do. Good question though.
Left this leak movement, put the elk and the wolf in there, and there's fewer elk now by far. So what are the deer doing on your property? I've hunted properties that were untrapped and hunted the next year after extreme trapping. It was the exact situation I needed to hunt this buck. There's some trail camera pictures here of the deer that I call them the Great 8. And the Great 8 was a buck that I had 4 years worth of shed antlers from. We filmed this deer during the summer. The #1 deer on my hit list. Certainly not the biggest deer on the farm, but the one I wanted to kill the most. What was interesting about this deer, Grant Woods was talking to me, saw his seminar about